probably the reason why like I don't have these chains binding me anymore is because I learned how to say no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. When was the time where you really had to put your foot down? Again, you don't have to tell us the exact project or whatever it was, but when was the time where you just said, "No, hanggang dito na lang ako. I'm not doing this."
Yeah. Well, 2017, when my
Okay.
brother actually passed away, because it was okay. It's just that I had work kasi when he passed away, my work is like tuloy-tuloy pa rin. Like I had
Yeah,
shoots.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
wow. So they didn't give you a break. They didn't.
I mean, it's all set na kasi. So at
Yeah.
the same time, it's like, all right, let's do it na lang. But then, like, by deciding to continue, diba? By deciding to
Yeah.
continue, it kind of made me feel na, like, what I was doing was pointless.
Yeah.
And then that's when I really like started to say, like, if I don't feel like doing this, ang hirap sobrang hirap nun. Kasi I remember telling myself when I was shooting, I told myself, sana pala hindi ko na lang ginawa. Kasi imagine, like, I was grieving, but then I had to,
Yeah.
I had to look happy. I had to look like there's like
I play the two
like
roles
everything is
again.
okay. Yeah.
I
So
can't even imagine that. That must
I mean,
like I'm a
yeah,
little gobsmacked because that's a little. I don't want to say it requires superhuman strength that no one should have
yeah,
to bring out of themselves, but respect as well for
yeah,
saying that
yeah.
for saying no as well. So did you end up saying stopping, or what happened? What was the end
I
result
learned
of
how
it?
to say no to like things that I don't want to do. Um, that's I guess that's really when I started to do it. Kasi
Hmm.
before medyo reluctant pa ako na parang sige na, okay na yan, gawin na lang natin. But then
Yeah.
it sucks kasi you're doing something that you don't want to do. And at the
Mhm.
end of the day, it doesn't make you feel fulfilled. So like, what's the point?
Yeah. Again, you sort of, I guess you could say you broke free of that in so many ways. Of
Yeah.
course, it's never going to really be a complete freedom in that
Yep.
sense, because again, we live in an industry, in a world where it is like that. Yun ang assumption lagi.
Yeah.
But again, you sort of you broke free and you spread your own wings in that aspect. So, were there ever times where I'm sure there was a transition phase
Mm.
from where you were to where you are now,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that process is still ongoing. But are
Yes.
there ever times where you thought, man, it's really tough being myself now,
Yeah.
but it's worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, when you grow older, you wouldn't want to ask or you wouldn't want to say na, sana pala ginawa ko yun nung mas bata ako. Imagine that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when you're like in your 50s or when you have kids na and you look back into your 20s when you were young and free and have no other responsibilities and tell yourself na, sana pala ginawa ko yun.
Yeah.
But
It,
then, but then you could have done it. It's just that you had all these barriers like holding you. You had these walls that stopped you from doing that. And I told myself na I don't wanna say that when I'm older.
no
I
regrets.
wanna look back. I wanna look back and tell myself na damn, I lived a good life. I did
Well,
like everything that like we're here to experience life. That's what we're meant to
uh,
do, is to just take in everything and experience what life has to offer. And the thing is kasi with us, with people like us, it is, I guess, not a responsibility, but we chose this.
yeah.
And by getting ourselves into the industry, we understand and we um, acknowledge that that is part of it, and we have to live with it. Kasi, diba, like that's why they say that be careful what you wish for.
Totoo.
Diba? That's why, through the years, I've just accepted that my life is probably like, if I'm still in the industry, it's probably never gonna be as private as I want it to be. Like people are always gonna try and what do you call
Yeah.
it? Do cheap like have
Yeah.
chismis about me and all of that, and that's fine because I want to be here. Like you
And
really have to understand that there's no escape from that, especially if you want to stay in the industry. But then also, like, one of the things that I learned kasi, and also probably the reason why like I don't have these chains binding me anymore is because I learned how to say no.
wow. Well, why did you name the concert Absolute Madness? Is your
It's
journey Has your journey been crazy?
well, all of our journeys naman have been crazy, and I believe that, you know, in madness and in chaos, that's when you really discover yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh
know,
wow.
I believe in that. You find yourself in chaos. So Absolute Madness is actually Direct Menshu's idea. So all of us, we kind of just put like different titles, you know, in a bucket, and then we just tried to see which one is the best title, and then we ended up using Absolute Madness.
And this
Yeah.
is gonna be a really new, different vibe or a new, different type of concert. So why is that?
Yes. Well, this is a mixture of theater and concert.
Okay.
And personally, I've never seen anything like that before, or at least heard of, you know, a concert and theater show at the same time. But I guess also the reason why this is something new for me is that this is the first time I'm doing a solo concert ever.
Right.
You know, and then that's something different for me. It's an achievement, you could say. So yeah.
But what is the story gonna be like? Because I'm having like, I'm not sure what to expect, and that's a
Yeah.
good thing. But what's the story gonna be like?
Well, it's really just about a journey. It
Okay.
could be my journey, could be yours, could be like everyone else's. It's just a story, like it's just a journey to discovery.
Okay.
So I'll keep it at that. Because I tend to
Oh,
I tend to overshare sometimes. So